Hey guys, welcome back, and if you are new here, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going over the latest news that just dropped on the official Dragon Ball Legends X account, and we are going to break it all down together and I'll give you my honest thoughts. So, the first piece of news is the Awakening equipment rework, and honestly this is huge because the awakening system has been outdated for a while now, and it became really repetitive and boring to grind, so a rework was absolutely necessary. Now obviously we don't have all the details yet. Once we get more concrete information, I'll cover it properly. But my first impression is that this is going to be a good rework. I mean, it really can get worse than what we already have. So I'm cautiously optimistic about this one. Now we have to talk about the big news of the day. We have this news about a new ZENKAI for a new sparking unit that is coming this Wednesday. Okay, so looking at the assets, looking at the hints they gave us, and also seeing what the community has been saying, it seems pretty clear to me that it is referring to Goku Super Saiyan God, the purple one from the Dragon Ball Super Broly film. And this is actually a really important unit to keep an eye on, not just because of the ZENKAI itself, but because Goku God Purple could be a key piece in figuring out what part 1 of the anniversary is going to look like. But we'll talk about anniversary prediction, part 1, part 2 and part 3, and all of that in a separate video very soon, so stay tuned for that. For now, let's focus on the ZENKAI. I'm going to pull up his current kit on DragonBallLegends.net so we can see exactly what he needs and what he has now. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so right now I am on the DragonBallLegends.net database. And we are on the page of Goku Super Saiyan God Purple. So let's read his actual kit, and then let's make some prediction on what he will receive and what he needs. So let's start to his tags. His own family, Saiyan, God Key, Super Saiyan God, and he's also a defense type and a sagas from the movies. So pretty decent tags, but now let's focus on the main ability and his unique ability. So the main ability, Quilling Force, draw a special arts card next, restores our health by 25%, cancels on attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions, and cancels enemy attribute upgrades, and it requires 15 timer counts. Then we have his unique abilities: Omnipotent Godly Aura, inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 25 to all art costs for 5 timer counts when changing cover, and the following effects occur when this character evades an enemy attack with a vanishing step: plus 25% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, and minus 5 to own art cost for 10 timer counts. Then we have a damage reduction by 15% for 10 timer counts when this character enters the battlefield, And while this character is on the battlefield, applies the following effects to self every time the enemy uses a strike or blast arts. It gives us a damage reduction by 10% for 5 timer counts and plus 25% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. And from his ability, we can see that he buff is Tag God Key. He gives to the team plus 35% of both base strike and blast defense during battle. So, is obviously a pretty old unit, and you can feel it. So here's what I think he absolutely needs from this ZENKAI. First and most obviously, a big damage boost. His damage output and damage cards needs a serious upgrade, and no question about that. Second, and this is fundamental, he needs special cover change nullification, either on the green card or every time he steps in. Without that, it's too easy to punish in the current meta. And then on the defensive side, something like card destruction below 50% of HP or some other defensive mechanic that makes him more versatile. And obviously you want him to be solid both offensively and defensively. So now I can see you that I'm not expecting this to be some crazy overpowered ZENKAI, but it doesn't need to be, because if they give him what he needs, he'll be relevant going into the anniversary and definitely worth keeping an eye on. Alright guys, that's my reaction to today's Dragon Ball Legends news. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you agree that the sparkling that will receive at ZENKAI Awakening this Wednesday, it's Goku God Purple? And what do you think he needs from the ZENKAI? In the next few days, I'll be dropping the Tarles ZENKAI showcase, like I said in the video that dropped yesterday. And as soon as we get confirmation on who this new ZENKAI actually is, I cover that too. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss it, of course. And now guys, I wish you a great day and see you in the next one. Bye everyone.